They all seemed very happy there, didn't they?
Well, good.
Yes.
And Christmas is traditionally a season of good cheer, of course, and we cherish our families and enjoy every moment spent with them. It may surprise you, or maybe not, to hear that January is the busiest time of year for relationship counsellors.
Yeah, some cynics even call the first week of the new year divorce week. So, what causes the tension? How can it be avoided? Ayesha Vardag is a divorce lawyer and Philip Hodgson is a relationship expert. Thank you both for coming in this morning. Ayesha, first of all, how great is the scale of the problem this time of year?
Divorce rates, or the rate of starting off divorces, can go up by up to 50% over this period.
Really?
It's an extraordinary problem because it's Christmas. I think it's because Christmas is seen as a time for families. The spotlight's on families. So when it's not going quite the way it should, it looks that much worse than during the rest of the year when you're not maybe thinking about it so much. Plus, people are drinking too much. They're quite often they're dealing with their extended families and being forced into proximity with them and with each other when they may not get on so well. So everything comes to a head.
Philip Hodgson, as a counsellor, would you suggest people modify their expectations of Christmas?
I think we all expect very, very unrealistic things of Christmas. You know, we're going to be perfectly happy. What? No, we're not. What we're going to do is reconstruct, as a social psychology experiment, family stress and pressure. You know, you're going to cook the perfect piece of poultry. You're going to play gourmet chef one day in the year and invite round a bunch of potential food critics. It doesn't really sort of have to be like that. I think the problem with the relationship is that you put it both under a magnifying glass and a microscope at the same time. You know, you do an audit, you look at things. It's a time for reevaluation. And it's like a weekend that goes on for a week or two. And if there are real pressures, then you feel them.
The role of, you're a counsellor, Ayesha, I just wondered, I'm curious, in the new year, you get someone coming to see you in your capacity as a divorce lawyer, and they say, right, I think it's over. Is the first thing you say, I tell you what, Christmas is a really bad time, and just take a moment because it's probably that pressure, or do you sort of take it on board? I mean, how many of those go through to actually seeing it through, or they sort of knee-jerk responses to a dreadful little patch seeing the family?
No, you always listen and you try to explore whether there's a real problem or whether it's just a knee-jerk reaction. And actually, we have a duty to invite couples to consider whether they might be able to work something out. I have to say, though, that normally Christmas really isn't the cause, it's just the catalyst. And so quite often there are very real problems that need to be addressed one way or another.
Philip, what are your sort of tips, your advice for people who might be feeling tensions anyway in their relationship and Christmas is coming and it just, as you say, magnifies those tensions to the point of kind of irreconcilable differences?
Well, to not expect everything from a relationship and to understand the difference between a relationship and work. In work, we all want to win. To put it boldly, you know, you want the top job, you want to beat the competition, you want to get the best price. If you win in a relationship, the relationship loses. So you have to pull your punches. If you prove you're married to an idiot, you're the idiot married to the idiot. So you've really got to try and celebrate difference, agree to differ on a lot of things, and be realistic about what you've got in compatibility and harmony and similarity. Because you haven't got that, you ain't going to last anyway.
It is very easy saying those things sat here in a sort of analytical sense. I'm just trying to picture myself at the Philip Hodgson Christmas dinner when someone does say, do you know what, I didn't want turkey actually, I wanted, and you know, are you able, even yourself, to sort of a measured response, calm down, move aside, you know, it's hard, isn't it, in practice?
I can guarantee there will be a row in the Hodgson family household
Well, it's very honest of you.
on Christmas Day, because if you get three boys together, all in their 20s and 30s, you're going to regenerate and reconstruct all those sibling rivalries. And what in a lot of families, what happens to the kids is they're almost infantilized. You will get up at 7:30. No, I doubt. You can't sleep with the person you've been living with for the last 5 years. There's a lot of that sort of difficulty around.
And Ayesha, if you're having problems, it doesn't look like you're going to get through this, it looks like a divorce is on the cards, is it better for the couple to stay together through Christmas and try and see it out until January, or do you suggest separate now, start to build a separate life even in the couple of days before Christmas?
I think it really depends on the circumstances. The last thing you want, especially when there are children there, is a sort of emotional bloodbath over the Christmas period. It's very damaging for children to hear their parents fighting. While it's upsetting to have the drama of everybody sort of going off to different houses and maybe shuttling around a bit, that's much better than ghastly rows with parents tearing each other apart in the presence of the children. That's the main thing to avoid.
But it's a process. It doesn't have to be an instant decision.
No, well,
All right, well, thank
You
you
got
very
into
much.
it over time, you know, taking
Yes.
the time to get out.
yeah. We're going to be talking to you later on as well, but for now, thanks ever so much, Ayesha Vardag
Thank you.
and Philip Hodson.